Galacticos, good evening. How are you? After a beautiful football Sunday, kind of closing up the second match day of the league. Have to talk about a couple things. Well, we talked a lot about Real Madrid's game yesterday. I think I think that was good. Well, we mentioned it yesterday. Definitely a few things to correct or to do better. But I think that being in the second match day, I think we saw a lot of good signals that this is a healthy team that will definitely compete strongly for all competitions. Needless to say, we're still working on Cristiano, on Benzema. I think last night Morata had an okay performance. My feeling with Morata is that he has some things that he does very well, and at those things he's really good. But the things that he doesn't manage, it's kind of and people were losing patience. I was talking to Mateo, who was at the stadium last night, and he was telling me that after 20 minutes, 30 minutes, when it was kind of clear that Real Madrid were not gonna win the game easily, people at the Bernabeu were losing patience very quickly with Morata. But I don't think that's fair either. I think he's given us what he's given us. Yesterday he scored a goal. He missed a couple opportunities, but yeah, I mean, yesterday was a killer goal. He found it there in the box, put it in. He did what he had to do. Beautiful goal by Kroos, which is what the cover is talking today. Master touch, toque maestro. Beautiful finish. Definitely, it's not the first time we see Kroos score a goal like this. I don't remember exactly in what games it was. But yesterday, I had this feeling when Lucas Vázquez, after a great pressure by James, this is something we want to mention. It says here that Zidane really liked what James did yesterday and that he's going to stay. Of course, the last 3 days, or the 3 days ahead of us, are the days that are going to close the transfer market. So we don't really know what's going to happen. I think we've already seen big movements by big teams. I don't know if there are still any big movements left or for us to wait. I don't know if Real Madrid are gonna do anything crazy. Apparently, the thing now is to see if Isco is going to leave or James is going to leave. I think the Isco situation is not going to change. I don't think Isco is going to leave. I think now more or less the decision is James staying or James leaving? Yesterday apparently was a good chance for him to show at least a change of attitude, that he wants to stay here and he is eager to succeed, which I think was clear on the game last night. He played for 20 minutes. It was not the most brilliant, but definitely something we cannot criticize was attitude. Yesterday he was right there in the attitude with the eagerness and the energy needed. Again, as I was saying, going back to Toni Kroos' goal, when it seemed that we were going to start losing points way too early in the league, James pressured that play. It ended up on Lucas Vázquez's feet. He was very patient to see Kroos coming, and then he just that pass back. And as soon as I saw Kroos about to shoot that, I said oh, I know what he's going to do. He's going to put it there. That's what he did. Beautiful goal. Very happy for Toni Kroos. I think it was fair to say one of the best overall performances by him in the last few months. Maybe, he ended the last season strong, but I don't know. I saw an edge on Toni Kroos yesterday that I hadn't seen in a long time, and I'm very happy about that. Let's go with Diario AS. They also talk about, Kroos passing it to the net. Talk about Athletic, something that happened too. Second game in a row against recently or brandly new promoted team, and they couldn't score a goal. I mean, they scored a goal against Alaves, but it was a penalty kick. Very questionable, the decision of the referee to call that penalty. He called it, so it was 1-1 in the end. They let the victory go in the last 30 seconds. And again, yesterday against Leganés, pretty let's say humble team, but they were very organized defensively. They didn't let Atletico do their thing. They had 3 or 4 clear chances. Not wow, incredibly clear, but chances in which Atletico normally score goals. But they couldn't. So it's already 90 minutes, 2 points only. And again, it's just the beginning of the league. But these 4 points that they have dropped, because it's fair to say that a team like Atletico, powerful Atletico now fighting for the league, will be fighting in Europe again. 4 points against these two teams is probably 6 points that they were counting on. So I think it's fair to say that, they've already lost 4 points, and that could be a very heavy burden in the future for Atletico's hopes to win this league. And something that was interesting I want to mention with you was this thing here. Absolutely reprehensible from Sport. Analyzing the referee's performance yesterday with this. Escándalo arbitral en el Bernabéu. Basically what it goes to say is that, again, it was rigged. The referee was rigged. he blew the whistle in favor of Real Madrid. Of course, this is a very in-depth analysis by our friends at Sport. They this desire to seriously and objectively analyze the referee's performance. But yeah, of course, yesterday Real Madrid won because of an escándalo arbitral. Because I think they will not say anything about what happened today. I'm not saying that Barca needed the help of the ref to win. They just beat Athletic de Bilbao right now with a beautiful header by Rakitic. But yeah, many questionable decisions, and my opinion here is, maybe mistakes from the ref. Not always there's a questionable decision. We have to think about conspiracy theories that, maybe it's Real Madrid paying the ref in Barcelona or Barcelona paying the ref in Real Madrid. But still, if we're going to go in depth to analyze the escándalo arbitral for which Real Madrid won, maybe they should analyze what happened at San Mamés just 5 minutes ago. I don't think they will. I don't expect them to do that. So anyway, Galacticos, what else? Well, after this, there will be a break. Of course, a FIFA break, World Cup qualifiers in Europe and South America, pretty much all over the world. So we'll be coming back with the league on the 10th of September, 2 weeks from now, next Saturday, 4 p.m. at the Bernabeu, Spanish time. We'll be bringing you some updates of what happened with Spain, Croatia, and Germany, Wales. Also Brazil. Marcelo is, after some time, going back to the national team. Colombia. Let's see how James performs. And if he kind of gives him a little fuel, a little injection of energy to come back and claim this position that if in 3 days he's not sold, he will have to stay. And I'm hoping for him to stay and have a great season this year with us. So anyway, Galacticos, let me know what you think of the press, of this second match day of the league. What do you think is going to happen when our players travel around the world to play with the national teams? And of course, very important, in 3 days, it's only in 3 days, the transfer market is closing, so there will be a lot of movement there. Of course, we'll bring you all the information on that. If you haven't yet, subscribe to our channel for all this information. And tell your friends we're around. Don't forget, that's very important. Tell your friends and your family. And we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.